Hello, it's Saggy Joe. Now, this is a bit of a different video. I am putting out a PSA there. This is There's a job scam that I came across, and it's very, very important. I put this PSA out there. Look at stuff that you should be looking for when it comes to the safety of your internet safety and just basic cybersecurity, especially when you are desperate like me. Because I actually have been scammed by a job like a job scam, and they took a lot of money from me, about 10K, and I never really recovered. That was all my savings. That was my emergency funds, and now I struggled. I just live paycheck to paycheck from this point onwards, and I really, really hope no one has to go through what I did. So this is a really important PSA video, and just get to it. Now, I put my emails on a Word document because I didn't feel comfortable showing the actual email, and I had no idea how to do that, to be perfectly honest with you. So we're just gonna go with this. So employment process. So this is after they called me. So I actually didn't know that. Oh, I because I got scammed, I'm able to recognize whether or not a job posting sounds like a scam, and I applied to it knowing that it would be a scam because I was actually curious, like how are they gonna do this, kind of idea. And I completely forgot I applied for this, but they ended up calling me like literally around 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and they're trying to get me to do stuff. Now this is the first red flag when it comes to a job scam. First of all, it's in the spam folder, so Google did a pretty good job putting it in spam already. That's why you see this message. Why is this message in spam? Because it is spam. This is an email to avoid. If you ever see this, do not consider it. Now, this is how you know it's a scam, because after the interview, there's like, oh, congratulations, you're part of the job. And then there's this like, to sign your contract with the company, please copy the link below. And just to avoid phishing in general, I don't know how it works, but on your personal email, if you ever get another link, it's just in your best interest never to click it. Um, that being said, there are emails like password reactivations, anything like that. But if that was just you and you sent that, then you feel free to click the link. But if you see something like sform.io, it's definitely a scam, and you're gonna really fuck yourself. So please take care out there. Um, and then input the following information: name, address, photo of your back and front and back. So in the phone call, they were asking for a government issued ID, and then selfie with the ID card and signature. So basically, they're trying to do identity theft, because a lot of places nowadays they just use pictures for verification. And if you give them a selfie with your ID card, then that's your face. If you give the photo of your ID card, sometimes other places require the back of the ID as well, especially a lot of bank institutions. So this is a very great way for them to take away your identity and steal from you, right? And then they have your signature as well. They can just put that on stuff. Luckily, I had two signatures. I have the one that's on my official documents, and I have one that I just use as short form because the guy in the government office told me my signature was too long, so I changed it. That's a whole nother story, but I'm actually glad that the guy told me about it, because now I have a set of IDs that have this one signature, and I have my other IDs that have this signature. So it's always a process for me when I'm trying to apply for stuff, that they need to verify my identity with like two or three other government issues IDs. But I would rather that complication than being a lot easier to take. Now, yeah, and I just really want to repeat: if there is a link in an email, especially in something that you don't recognize, never, ever, ever, ever click it. Uh, Trust your gut feeling. If you're not sure, ask, especially if you're at work. It's just it, people are out to get you. Just remember that. Okay, so this is the information that they're sending me. This was the email they were trying to send me, and I didn't contact them. So the position name is Parcel Quality Inspector, Canadian 650 per week, and then there's a $50 for each package, and average income is 4,600 Canadian dollars. I want to make this very, very clear. If something is too good to be true, it is too good to be true. But this can target a lot of desperate people, and I was one of them, and that's how I got scammed. So please take care of yourselves. Do not click on that website. And I'm gonna Google Maps both these addresses because I'm pretty sure that they don't really exist. And we're gonna go from there. So the company name is Transgrace Ship, and the legal name is Transgrace Ship, Transgrace Logistics. Now, it's very interesting. Is I went to a little bit of a rabbit hole, and a lot of scams are using logistics companies. But the second thing is that they were called B Western. That's how they had their ad on Indeed, and they've currently removed it. I haven't been able to find it, so that's what's bothering me right now because it sounds like I'm faking everything. But I got these emails. I got some receipts. 650 per week for deliver. So they said you just have to package 2 to 3 packages per day, and you have to deliver 10 to 15 per week, and then I get $650 for that. I want to make it very clear, that's never gonna happen. That's for rich people, not people like you and I, right? So I do Instacart. It's you just drive around and you deliver groceries. It's really the work itself is not very difficult, and neither is the barrier to entry. And I'm earning less than minimum wage doing Instacart. That's just something to keep in mind. If something is too easy and you're earning too much, it's definitely too good to be true. There's something going on, something fishy, and you want to keep yourself safe, right? So that's just something to keep in mind. And then this is the email that they initially gave me when I had applied. And then there's a link there. Again, do not press the link. Do not do that. And this is the email that I got it from B.Western, which was the ad initially on Indeed, and then the actual email is going to transgracehr.com. I don't want to put race into this or ethnicity, but generally speaking, if you have like an Indian guy who's trying to hide their accent with an American accent and Canadian accent and give you the most like the widest name ever. So this guy, I think it was Mark. I think that's the name that he used. That's how you kind of know. Like you gotta. It's the big first red flag. Unfortunately, it's a little stereotyping, but a lot of scams, if especially if you go to the scamming community, they tend to do that. I'm not saying it's always going to be the case, but it tends to be the general pattern, and that should be red flag number one for you. And red flag number 2 and 3 and 4 are the basic email, like the email I have here. Basically, if it's too easy, if it's too good to be true, it is too good to be true. So, having said that, having that out of the way, I'm gonna go into the research that I did earlier, and we're gonna go from there. So, I tried searching company reviews just to see if it exists, and then on Indeed, Transgrace Ship, it's the closest thing that I could find, and interview experience unfavorable. So I have an inkling that a person had this interview and was also sketched out. So very good for them. I really hope they were sketched out. I don't want anyone to be scammed. Interview difficulty easy. It is very easy. And then process length about a day or two. I have no idea. So I might leave a review just to let everyone know that I feel like this is a scam. But again, I don't know if it's this company specifically. So I might have to hold off on that because then I might get caught for fraud. Slander or something like that. And then again, fake shipping. So this is the textbook red flags for fraud, and it followed everything that I had just listed in the email. So email orders with numerous typos, grammatical problems, order for large quantity products, orders that require long distance shipping. So the gentleman on the phone said that they started in Europe and they've been around for 10 years and they do long distance shipping, like international shipping. And so I believe that this is the red flag that on the phone call, would have been the first red flag other than the accent that would have caught me. And then orders that request use of a shipping company chosen only by the customer. Unfamiliar companies are not easily discovered on an internet search. So this was the third red flag that came up for me. And because I didn't read the email, right? Like I completely ignored the email. The person just called me. Orders from a Gmail, Yahoo, or other free email account. Email orders. So I didn't go through with any of the stuff, right? So but then I already got like the two pretty big red flags, and it's something that you should be keeping mind of as well, just so that when you're desperate like me, you don't do make the same mistake that I did. Okay. So transgracelogistics.com reviews. I went to trustedreviews.ws. I have no idea how good this website is, but it doesn't have a business account, so it doesn't look like it exists since there's no reviews. So according to this website, it doesn't exist. Webparanoid.com lists it as a suspicious website, and I don't want to click on the actual website. I really don't want to do that. I know some people like doing that, but I just don't want to. I just don't want to risk it. And then according to scampulse.com, so this person, M. Steidemann, posted this December 13, 2023. So it looks like another person was affected as well. And scammer's phone, scammer's website's Indeed, and then they have the address, the email, gordon.hill@transgracelogistics.us.com. So this might be more specific for in the US, because what I have on the email on the Word doc is just .com. And here at Transgrace Ship, we offer a work from home position called Parcel Quality Inspector. That's something I forgot to mention. This Parcel Quality Inspector position is supposed to be work from home, so it really is too good to be true. Like it that's another thing. You don't travel anywhere. They just want you to have a car. So my name is Linda from the HR department, and we got your resume from online employment. Relocation prior experience is in such a role. Your fixed money will be Canadian $4,600. So even if this address appears to be U.S. based, they're still trying to pay in Canadian. So they tried to change it up with the emails that they sent me, because this email looks a lot more legit. That's just something to keep in mind. And then they did mention the video, which is something that came up with me. But it's possible because it went to spam, they might have reformatted the email. I'm not sure. But this email looks relatively legit. So I hope M. Stiedemann is doing all right. I hope they didn't get scammed when they found out what this was, and that they didn't lose any money. I really, really hope that. Okay, so Transgrace Logistics Limited dissolved on March 1st, 2022, and it was September 23, 2014. It's hard to really come up with a reason behind this, because it looks like this was in Edinburgh, and probably lost its business because of COVID, and then it's possible because the domain was available since March. These Transgrace Logistics scammers decided to use it. Last accounts made up to 31st August 2018. So it is actually a cargo handling for land transfer activities. So it's possible the domain did exist before, and that's probably what they're using on the website. And now that it's been dissolved, they just bought the domain and they can use it for the scam. So it's really, really unfortunate that this is a thing nowadays, because it's so hard to get by nowadays, and it's when you get scammed like this, it's even worse. Like I said, I've never recovered. So companycheck.co.uk, Transgrace Logistics Limited, private limited with share capital, companies dissolved. So same exact information from the other website. It was just so that I could at least get two sources that showcases that this is the case. And then I even went and read it, and someone even asked, Transgrace Shipping, is it a legit logistics outfit? This is the best answer, KeyCat9282. And then this is James, HR agent of Transgrace Ship, sending this email about da. So using this info here, the bold lines here is very, very important. Any employer looking for employees wouldn't be scarce on details, period. And they wouldn't be using Bitly to short link their own company website. So that's the first thing. Every company that's hiring legitimately will have some sort of customer prospect facing information, and they have nothing provided but an opportunity to be made into a mark. So Constant Brain 7476 got a job offer. I want some info for the same. Please don't click it. It seems like there's a lot of people that are being affected, and this is pretty recent, 23 days ago. So they've been really, really trying to get to the Canadian market and trying to scam. No Juice 38481 had the same thing that happened to me, and they even had the same form. Like this is the email. So this person went through the same exact thing that I did, right? Fuck me. And then Red flags where they didn't say who they were. Well, on the phone, 50 an hour, but you have to register yourself. Basically, be self-employed. There were no actual qualifications, no certifications, no evidence to back up your qualifications for them. So this is similar to the email that I had, right? This is very, very similar. If you look back to the Word doc I had, it's very similar to that sform.io 6504. This one's a little bit different. So it seems like they were getting other people. And Janine Denver seems to be the name that they're using right now. 58. This is the number that was used to contact me, and as on the phone, she told me I had to send my direct deposit information. So it's very, very scary. It's a very scary world out there, and I hope Academic Trick 2800. I hope everyone here didn't, fall for it. But for every 100 that don't fall for it, there's always going to be one that does. So I'm really hoping that this PSA helps. So I went to, this is back to the Indeed. Again, there's really nothing relevant here. And then now I go to the Better Business Bureau, and I went to Scam Tracker to look up scams, and it exists here. Scam ID 776007, and the person's location is in Saskatoon, so Saskatchewan. So it's not even Alberta like it's listed on the email. Scammer information is all here, and they don't use a name. And date reported November 25th, 2023. So it's possible that they took some people's monies, and that's why it's reported. And this person, it was a reshipping scam. I was approached online via email for a job offer for this company called Transgrace Shift for the quality inspector position. So very, very consistent. They sent me an orientation video and everything. They have a website and everything, and they offered to pay me $2,800 plus bonuses for every package sent. So similar to what I was offered. I'm going to fill all these reports later because I want to do my part when it comes to these things. And then when we go to who is, identity for everyone, when you look at transgracelogistics.com, it looks like it was only registered 4 months ago. And it's the registered contact is here in Michigan, in Illinois, so not even any of the addresses that are listed. And then administrative contact is here, technical contact is all the same, and then all the data is here. So that's something to keep in mind when it comes to scams like this. If something has only been registered recently and they're offering this much money, most likely it's a scam. And B Western's what I was told, but it's the closest thing I can find that they're trying to how they're scamming people is maybe they're using Western B as the company head, and they're confusing people because they're very good at doing that, right? So I think it's Western B Supplies that they're really trying to catfish you with. So if you look at whois.com and you search the website and it's only been around for a few months, very likely a scam. The person in the phone call was not very descriptive. I remember asking him how you make how's your business model work. All he kept saying is your manager will talk to you, your manager will talk to you. And then I said, for this kind of work, why are you paying me so much? And he said, your manager will talk to you, your manager will talk to you. So that seems to be part of their script. I hope that they call me back because I wasn't able to record it initially, the phone call, because I was driving and I don't have the foresight to record it. So that's something I really wish I was able to do. But based on the experiences here, it seems a lot of people have experienced the same thing that I have. So that's the PSA I have. I really, really hope that no one else is affected by the scam. And I really hope that the scam is exposed to a certain extent. The logistics company's job scam seems to be very rampant right now, according to my friend. That's another rabbit hole that I'll be looking at hopefully in some time in the future when I have more time. I really wanted to make this video, put it out here because I really, really want you guys to be safe. Like I said, I don't want you to go through what I did. Anyways, thank you very much. That's everything. Later days.